will study about natural resources and its characterization. Yes, as you all know, natural resources are the resources, those all are useful raw material that we get from the earth. This means human action turns naturally available things like air, water, soil and forest into the resources. We use and modify these natural resources in many ways. On the basis of their origin, use and function, these natural resources can be classified into different types. Yes, these are divided on the basis of their origin, development and usability, renewability and the distribution. Yeah, so let us start with the first division of natural resources on the basis of their origin. So on the basis of the origin, natural resources can be biotic and abiotic. As you all know, biotic resources are all living things which are present in the environment. These are also called as organic resources such as plants and the animals. Next comes abiotic resources. These are all non-living things present in the environment. Even they are also called as inorganic resources such as soil, mineral and rock. Yes, this is the flow chart of the resources based on the origin. Abiotic resources, things composed of the non-living things, example rock and metal. Biotic resources operate from the biosphere and have life, example human being, flora, fauna, fishery, livestock, etc. Next comes division of the natural resources based on the stage of development and usability. Yeah, the stage of development refers to the degree of progress achieved by a country. So on this basis, the natural resources can be divided into two divisions. One is actual resources and second is potential resources. Yes, actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known or actual amount of reserve is known and which are currently being used. These resources are determined, surveyed and quantified carefully for the proper utilization. They are continuously exploited to fulfill our needs. So I'll give you some example of the actual resources such as the copper deposits of Khetri in Rajasthan, coal deposits of Ruhr region in Germany, black soil of the Deccan Plateau. These all are the example of actual resources of the world. Yeah, now comes potential resources. Yes, these resources are mainly concentrated in a particular region but whose entire quantity may not be known. These are called as potential resources, or which have not been utilized up to optimum level due to the unavailability of appropriate technology. However, these resources have the potential to be used in future or they could be exploited in future with technological advances. Example, the tidal energy. Many countries are not able to tap energy produced by the high tide in seas and oceans, either due to lack of technology or the inaccessibility to markets that are needed to allow it to be developed on a commercial scale. Similarly, high-speed winds were potential form of energy for our country some 2 centuries ago, but now this energy is being tapped and used in the Nagarkoli in Tamil Nadu and on the coast of Gujarat. See, these are two examples of the actual resources and the potential resources, coal and the uranium. Now, let's come to the third division of the natural resources on the basis of the renewability. Yes, on the basis of the renewability, natural resources can be divided into the renewable and non-renewable resources. Yes, renewable resources are those resources which can be used over and over again, recycled and regenerated. Some renewable resources are unlimited and do not deplete with their use, such as geothermal, solar energy and wind power. These are some examples of this kind. However, all renewable resources are not unlimited. Careless use of certain renewable resources like water, soil and forest affect the stock. These are called as sustainable resources. Now, non-renewable resources. Yes, these are the resources which can be used only once and after which they cannot be replaced. They are said as to be finite or non-sustainable as their exploitation use eventually leads to their exhaustion. Fossil fuels such as coal and petrol and mineral are examples of this kind. This takes millions of years to form. Yeah, these are two examples of the renewable and the non-renewable resources, water and the petroleum. Next comes division of the natural resources on the basis of the distribution. Yes, on the basis of natural resources divided into ubiquitous and localized. Yes, as the name suggests, ubiquitous resources are the resources which can be found everywhere on the earth. Example, air, which around us, and some extent sunlight as well. And even these are the example, land, air, soil, etc., which is present on the earth everywhere. Next comes localized resources. These are the resources which are found only in particular region at certain places, such as copper, silver, gold, etc. Yeah, different metals and minerals like iron, copper, gold, silver, etc. are this example of localized resources. The distribution of these natural resources is unequal because the availability of many physical factors like terrain, climate and altitude also differs very much over the earth. Yeah, here you can see the example of ubiquitous resources such as air and localized resources, copper.